I know my desk looks exactly like it did in the last video. That's crazy pants. Hey, I realized pants things, like crazy pants and disaster pants and all that must be a Canadian thing, because like Cass from Clutterbug says crazy, she says disaster pants. Oh, crazy pants. Pam from the Paper Outpost, who's originally from Ontario, says disaster pants. And then what's the other one? There's another pants. I mean, there's pants that Tracy says, which just means underwear. Or this is just bad. Underwear's not bad though. So I don't know why they use pants for bad, but anyway. Oh, did you all know that in England, pants is not what you wear on the outside of your underwear? It is your underwear. There you go. Oh, guess what? I got to like explain to some young people yesterday at the grocery store what it means when people say first world problems. And I'm so glad they asked. Like, do that. If you wonder, what do you mean by that? Ask. People will answer. And I think I described it perfectly when I said it to them, but I couldn't say it quite the same way when I told my son. I was like, have you ever heard of that? First world problems? And then when I explained it, he's like, so first of all, he didn't. I had to first explain to him what third world was and what first world was. So, yeah, basically, you know, we're like first world, third world is people that can't even get food for every day. So I said first world problems are those problems that third world people don't even have to think about because they don't even have that as an option. That's basically how I explained it, I think. So, yeah, teaching the next generation, man. Alright, I am not prepared for this. I just turned the video on. I'm like, let's go. And I'm like, no, let's pay attention to what we're doing. Let's see. Oh, paper. That might be nice to use in there. I was using way too much. Oh, all my stamps are over here. That's my problem. Ooh, definitely want some houndstooth. It is that time of year, isn't it? And some leaves. And mushrooms. That's what I'm doing. And some stenciling, most likely. My stencils are mostly, ooh, I like this one. I want to use this one a lot too. I don't know, I got it one fall, and now it's like, it feels like a fall stencil. Feels like a fall stencil. I didn't put these away, now they're getting all, okay. Let's see, I kind of made a stencil out of that. Or I could do a pocket, we'll see. Oh, I've got my leafy ones. That's what I was gonna maybe concentrate on. But I like them all, so we're just gonna pull them all out. And just do some here and there and everywhere. But I also like to use a big one sometimes too. If it will come out. There. Ooh, let's do a fleur-de-lis here and there. Oh, and while I was sorry, I want my little, here it is. I have the 12-inch and the 6-inch because they came together. The Crafters Workshop, I think that's what they are. Alright, I don't want to have all the things though. I just want enough to work with. And if I was just doing one journal, I'd probably pick 3 stencils and stick with 3 stencils and just kind of do those throughout 3, 4, maybe 5 if I'm feeling crazy. But, you know. And I was doing like colors and stuff. Orange, yellow. Doing a lot of red, orange, yellow. Some green and some blues. Just have those out for me. But also, we have our sepia. I keep wanting to call it sienna. But that's my issue, not yours. It doesn't really matter what's on this side because this side is going to go with another something else anyway. So, and I had some I had already done, which could give me ideas, but let's forget ideas. Let's just go ahead and where's a big one? Let's use a big one. So then I can get a softer, I feel like I can get a softer thing, a jig. Woozy what's. Just wanted to get the majority of that off of there, you know. Alright, I want to go off the page with this. Alright, watch this be my favorite stencil, and I'm like, why am I paying for stencils when I can make my own? What's wrong? Did you break something? I know it's like super light. You can't even see it. Probably should make it dark enough to be able to tell that they are leaves. Maybe more around the edges I'll do a little bit darker. A little bit darker now. I'm kind of turning it when I do it too. Nay, everything all right up there? Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Okay. I'm liking this so far. So if you have some leaf stencils, you could, some leaf die cuts, you can go ahead and cut out, like, just cut them out in like sort of a pattern you like and make your own stencil. Super fun. And since I'm just using a color that is not going to look bad over this, I could even like back it with something and make it like a pocket or a tag or something if I keep using not crazy colors. So you can barely see that, I guess, but there's some leaves. Okay, this is my favorite one so far. It's just that hint of fall with leaves falling, and you could still write on it, and it's not like super white now. So kind of loving it. I'm loving it. So yeah, that I'm going to do on a bunch of pages, but I've already shown you that here, so now let's do something different. Oh, here's some of the ones that I already did. So this one I did using this stencil, and I just kind of went all over with it. I like that one too. That big giant stencil is always causing me issues. All right. So, we just don't like white pages. Oh, here's another one. This was the problem, is I wanted to do the paper, but then, well, the first stamping I did fine because I just stamped it in ink, but then when I went over again, so, I don't know, it's a mess, but it's all right. And then this didn't come out very strong either, even though I was using my pad. I don't know what happened to the other one. We'll just leave that in the plastic and use that one. And then I have this grid stamp that I used, and apparently it's all sparkly now from the Lindy's thing. And then this one, also that big stencil, and I used two different colors. I've got some rusty hinge and some sort of blue, but once it mixes with orange, it's hard to tell. So that was kind of fun. And this one doesn't, these don't have their edges cut off yet. So let's move those to the side because we're not cutting off edges right now. Oh, and I inked all my pages too. Some are rusty hinge, some are dark blue, just different things. Whatever went with the picture nicely or whatever. Alright, so what can we do on this side? Kind of like the two color thing that I did. So let's go down the center here, and then I think I'll do the edges a little bit maybe. Should we try... We should try all the things. Alright, we've got some rusty hinge. And did I use broken china or did I use faded jeans? I think on this one I want to try the broken china and see how it looks. Like I said, normally I try to stick to about 3 colors or so in a journal, so I'm not going too crazy, but since I'm doing 3 different journals, I don't know how to do that now. So I'm just like, eh. And there's more than 3 colors between the 2 sets. Alright, so there's, did we move it? We don't want to move it because then we get like a 3D effect going on, and I'm not necessarily going for 3D. But holding down a stencil and trying to use all the things is kind of hard sometimes. There we go. See, isn't that fun? And then they're not going to show next to each other. So they'll show like this, which will be cool. So on this side, I'm going to do it over here too. And I seem to have the blue more over here. I don't know why that blue doesn't want to... Maybe I've used that blue more than I think. I don't know. Orange. So now we have, oh, a really straight line. That's the problem. I didn't want a really straight line. It's all right. I'll have to remember that next time to not go right to the edge because I don't necessarily want it to be a straight line like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the orange lightly and just kind of blur that line a little bit if I can. Yeah, I don't know. I might have made it worse. Now we're getting that 3D effect. All right, let me be more careful. See, this line is more straight. So, oh my goodness. Figure it out, Darcy. I'm doing this one upside down this time. I don't know why. I just am. Figure try it. Why not? And the orange. I know, you're like, what we just saw you do this 2 times. Why are you making us watch it a 3rd time? Why not? Still feel like it's like a line down the middle. Ooh, you know what I might do? This page might have a belly band on it. That. Why don't we go ahead and put that on there now? Do we like this? Is that too bright? That's a lot brighter than that is, but it's got the colors. What do we think? I know what to do. Alright, how wide does it have to be? Has to be about that wide or so. About that wide. Because this is how my brain works, apparently. I'm just super random. Feels random when I'm like, I'm decorating some pages. Oh, now I'm sticking on a belly band just out of the blue. Okay. Now I have the edges of my pages are not straight. So I'm gonna go in a little bit from the edge of the page, basically. There. And let's put the covers back on those before we make a big giant mess. And I'm gonna go ahead and ink the edges. And when I decorate it later, I'll decorate the belly band if I want to, or I'll just leave it like this. Who knows? But if I ink the edges, that helps take down the brightness a little bit, because some of the ones I printed came out really bright. And I was a little concerned. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want them quite that bright in the kit. And then someone else was like, well, if people don't want it that bright, they can just do like what I'm doing here, ink it up, and that will tone it down. So I was like, oh yeah, I guess you could. Okay, belly band. You know how we do a belly band. We find our glue. That's the first clue. Put it in a notebook. Now what do we do? Blues Clues, Blues Clues. Just do some. Oh yeah, I have a, let's see, what was it? 25-year anniversary of Blues Clues, and I have a 25-year-old, so no, 26-year-old. So he was about 1 year old when Blues Clues came out. 1 year old. Just 1 year. Not multiple years in one. Oh, just be straight already. Look at this line for straightness. That's the line you want to look at. Don't trust the line on the other side. If you cut like I do. Well, not cut, rip. Rip. All right, yeah. I would have been really irritated if I had not noticed that now. So, there we go. Now I don't have to deal with that. It looks so crooked over here now. Is that straight? It's fairly straight, right? Okay, why? It's not even close to straight. That's the problem. All right, let's try again. All right. This is about the middle. Make that straight. There it is. Wait, why can't these lines go up far? See, this line goes up there, and then there's that line, and that confuses me more. All right. If you want something to be straight, see, normally I'm not all about accuracy, but when it comes to putting on a belly band, I really need it to be straight with the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. There we go. Okay. Don't move. Don't move an inch or a millimeter. Just don't move at all. Not you. You can move. Just the paper I didn't want to move. There we go. That's why having a mat with lines is helpful. So you can get it right the second time. There we go. So whether that's next to a hedgehog or oh yeah, that's right, I picked up my other papers, didn't I? Where are they all? Is this them? I don't know which ones I'll actually use. Squirrel! Alright, those. I've got birds. I've got a little boy with a pumpkin running around. So he's got to go in one of them. I've got... Alright, this one's a little bit brittle, so I'm not sure what to do. I definitely want the deer, so I think I might end up turning him to a tag, maybe. And then I have these from a book with trees, but they're single pages, so I might make tags out of those, is what I might do. So, because they're all squares, so they might make nice little tags, and if I use like some paper like this that pokes out around the edge, I think that would be cute. Then we have Mr. Fox. I know, squirrel. We have this bear. Oh, see, look at this. There we go. See if, so like, where's the paper? This was my whole point. I just was like, but it might not be one of those papers. It might be like one of these papers. Or one of these papers that are there. And then I gotta find some of my tea-dyed papers to put in here too. So yeah, see how cute that will be? Okay. Squirrel. These. I have, the notepad. That was my great-grandmother's. Oh, my aunt must have been playing with a stamp. But I like that. That's gonna stay on there, dude. Okay. This was from one of my journals. It's got a little pocket here. But I have a journal that I put things in and take things out of, so I might put this in one of these. This was from a flower book. So I guess it's so that you're looking at flowers and you can just kind of measure how tall they are without having to bring an extra ruler. Got some of these put in there, nice and old. And then I made these during a live. So I was like, I guess I need to put these in here. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. I was trying to show how you could make your own paper if you don't have a printer. Kind of make your own paper in a digital type style. You know, get your little focal point and your distressing, all the things. A German book that I like. I got a lot of foxes. Most of the books have foxes. What does the fox do? You were waiting for that, weren't you? More trees. This book had trees and stuff too, or different hazel, corn, cork, oak. Oh, and then there was enough in the 3 journals. A friend from one of the swaps sent me some of these. I thought those would be really nice in there. Got some music paper to put in there. These are probably going to be really thick journals. More bird paper. And then I had done some book page that I'd done that on. So I kind of stuck that in there so I'd remember about that. And then we have these beautiful children's book pages. So those are some of the pages that are going to go in there. Did you want to see them all? Oh. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But, you know, since we're squirreling already. Squirrel! Alright, that one had beautiful fall picture. I need to go find my ideals fall ones too. Oh, and then we had these pages here, which they won't stay together because they're glued in. And so they will probably end up in the book like this, which is okay. So we have some kites and hawks, harriers. There's the hawks. They make me think of fall. Hawks especially. Or if I want to put them in like this, I can just go ahead and, you know, put my pages together like that. So, and just cut off this part down here. So I think I got enough pages out so I could do it that way. And Mr. Fox again. Love the, I probably will put frog and toad seem good colors too for fall. And I have some flowers, mushrooms, awesome sauce. Oh, this quilt has fall colors in that, and it's got that on the back, so I thought that would be really pretty as a page in one of the journals. This I'll probably just make a couple tags out of. Isn't that gorgeous? This will probably be in the center of one of the things, and then these probably tags. I got plenty of pages, so I'll probably do some of these as tags. It's not a vintage book, but the pictures from the book are vintage, and they're just fun to play with. Okay, and then we have miscellaneous little cut up things to cut up. Winnie the Pooh. Why not stick a Winnie the Pooh in there somewhere? That's most of my pages. Oh my goodness. No, don't rip. It might have ripped. Thought they'd be cute in there too. The robins are spring, but the little kids are... Oh, this is spring, because that's like at the winter. No, I won't use that one. I'll wait for spring for that one. It's been waiting for spring for like 2 seasons. Like, it didn't make it into the last... I probably pulled it out for the spring one I made, and it didn't make it. And I didn't end up making more than that, so... Alright, how are we on time now that I've wasted... No, 20 minutes, not bad. We could do another page or two. Alright, let's just pull one out at random. This one has mushrooms on it. Isn't that pretty? There's some of that blue in there too. You can see the ink went through a little bit. That's alright. That's alright. So this one, I must have let it dry enough that I don't have the red showing. It's a little bit. You can kind of see where some of the spots were. But the ones that I like ink, that I splattered the ink on right out of the printer, that was, yeah, I needed to give it some time to dry. All right, what color do we want? Hey, where's my... Hey, I want my... I probably put it in one of the boxes because my friend was handing me the stuff and with the expectation that I would put it away. But that's all right. I want it really light, so I'll try this old paper, see what happens. This has some green in it, so that's going to affect it. I might have used the old paper with some embossing powder, if you're wondering what that is. Okay, nice and light. That's what I want. I don't want it too overwhelming anywhere. So that's where old paper is really good for this kind of a thing. I don't have to line it up perfectly. Why do you think you have to line it up perfectly? You don't. And I'm just getting this middle bit. I'm not doing all the edges. I just want the middle. I just want it at least to look like a pattern. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know it doesn't have to be perfect. I try to go in circles, but I don't always. As you can see, sometimes I just go back and forth. There's no rules. I will say though that old paper with for a background seems pretty perfect because it's not too dark. Let's see. Do I want that up there? Maybe a little bit. Just so you know that there's a little bit of a pattern going on there. Looks like the bottom of a pineapple. So let's see. Put that next to a page. Some page somewhere. I don't know which one will be the inside. They're both so beautiful. That'll be hard to choose. Oh, see how pretty that will look? If I had it like next to there, it's got the greens. Even though this one's not super fall, but it does have a little orange and red and blue, which is the colors. So we've got some oranges. I know it's not fall. I don't care. I'll use it if I want to. Alright, what else can we pull out of here? Alright, what's next? What should we do? What should we do? I already did those. I've already done big. Where's the leaves? Let's just do like a band of leaves going across maybe. Or the edge of the page like this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see. I'll do a little orange. And it'd be nice if I knew where my red was. All right, we're just going to do orange because I didn't pull out my red apparently. That's okay. Oh, man. All right, get it on there. We don't want it to look like 3D. There we go. All right, that one sort of matches up with that, so I can do this down at the bottom. See, now we have a little 3D thing going on there, but that's all right. A little blur. All right, I kind of like that coming off the edge of the page like that. Now the question is, do I want it to be just on one side? Yeah, I like it just on one side. All right, I like that. Let's do it on this side too, but let's do it. All right, see, now we have some of that orange on there, which is going to work to our benefit. So let me get some green on here, some of this lighter green. With the orange, we'll make this weird color. Oh, I centered it better this time. So yeah, that's cool. We got mostly green with some orange around the edges. Yeah, one of the gals in the live, was it this past Sunday or the Sunday before? I can't remember. She asked if I cleaned, I think it was the week before. She asked if I cleaned my stencils. And I said no, and this is why. I said because, you know, if there's some distress ink left on there, it's kind of cool to see how it reacts with the other colors that are on there. And her response was, I'm never washing my stencils again, which I thought was funny. There, it's super light. You can barely see it, but it makes the page a little less stark white. That's all I'm going for here, just less stark white. Not doing it perfectly, so it's just not as stark white. There's still plenty of room there's still plenty of room to write. I kind of want to just go right on the edge here and make it a little bit darker. Make it like a line maybe. See what it looks like. If I don't like it, I can always put a little tuck spot on the side there. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm going to sit with it, and when I come back to it later, see if it's something I like. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. It might be... Might be, might not be. I kind of want to go in the middle here a little bit more, though, especially if I do that. So, okay. Does anybody know where I just put that? Alright, so I'm going right down the center here. Just darker in this center part and then fading out a little bit because it's not going to match up exactly. So I was trying not to overlap. I might have overlapped. I don't know. It looks like, yeah, it overlapped a little bit here. But that's alright. That's alright. Now this seems like... Now I can line it up, except for I can hardly see it. I could line it up if I could see it better. That is the nice thing about a tile type. Why is that so hard? There we go. Except for I need to go up. Maybe. I'm still off. Okay. That's what I need to do. You could probably see my hair and how messy it is right now. I didn't do anything to it. It's just all... It's all a mess. Didn't want it all white on the edge of there. All right, I like that. That's interesting. It's not white anymore, so that's good. We're doing more. I'm trying to not make my videos too long, just because I know y'all are busy. I don't want to take up all your time doing videos. This one has him and that. Where's my red? Yeah, she says, and then she goes to look for ink. Wait, I think I want rhubarb. Rhubarb's gonna have to take a minute to dry. It's a juicy one. Oh, I must have used that on some embossing. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. I don't want a harsh edge, so I did that. So I'm going to do that here too on the side. And do it about far in as I went on that one. Oh, I was going to do some stamps too, wasn't I? Whoops. And I am one of those people that I like the grungy look and a little damask here and there. I like the word juxtaposition, but I also like the juxtaposition of the fancy damask, or you know, something more elegant with the grunge. So that next to a page, it's just going to be a nice little border edge going on each side of the page. And even if I were to put a pocket here, it would still be cute. Need to turn that into a pocket. All right, squirrel. I was going to do some stamping, I said. All right, where's my leaves? Oh, also I want to do some of this and some of this. Am I on the right side? Yeah. I just got this on Amazon. It's just a grid stamp because I like to make my own grid, apparently. So I'm going to go up here like this, not quite to the edge, and down here like this, avoiding the very bottom. So I just have like a hint of lines, so whoever's writing can kind of write sort of straight. That's all. It's like a distressed grid, basically. All right, maybe this one I'll center on the, I'm going to go up a little bit and center it up there a little bit, and then I'll do something at the bottom here, stamp wise, and hope that I don't move this while I have it down there. It's still distressed because I didn't get ink everywhere on it, apparently, and I'm alright with that. And it's alright with that too, because they're not going to be right next to each other. So down here, I want to put, let's see, we got a little piece of scrap paper here. Let's go ahead and glue that down. I don't have a lot of fall little clusters. I think I will make some clusters. So hopefully I'll remember to turn the video on when I do that. Alright, now I'm doing like Rachel now with the, with adding a little piece of paper behind the stamp. She's inspired me. I want sort of a tall-ish. Oh, also I pay attention like this. I'd be more likely to put on the right side of a page because this one's taller. This one I'd be more apt to put on the left side because that one's taller. But you don't have to do that. There's no rules. In fact, maybe I'll just go against what my intuition says to do. Red, why not? Put a little splash of color. Let's hope this goes over everything good. Alright, and then I have the foam back here because I have the paper here, which is going to cause me issues. Whoops. Oh, you know what? I ended up putting this on the right side of the paper anyway because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking at it the right direction. This is the side of the paper I would put this on. But I was looking at the stamp upside down, and you're all probably like, wait, why would you do it that way if you want the stamp to go? Oh, don't mind me. Oh, please don't. Please come out right. Okay, good, it did. It did pretty well, actually. I'm not seeing big white lines between my paper and my stamp, so that makes me happy. Alright, so we put a thing over here, a little mushroomy. Let's put it upside right. That might be nice. And I'm just kind of, since they're not going to show together, if I do them really similar, it won't matter. Because, and I'm not doing paper this time, I'm just doing it right there in the corner, and I think I moved it. Guess what happens if you mess up your stamp? No, it did okay. It did move a little bit. It's a little bit blurry. If it bugs me, I'll just put a little tuck spot over there, but I think it's alright. So yeah, let's see what some of these things are going to look like when we put them. Let's see, this one could definitely, oh, that's so pretty. This one's going to be a page. Some of them will be journal cards and some of them will be pages. And I need to cut some down, move them around. Is that a decorated one? Yes. So just kind of giving you an idea of what things are going to look like once they're all in here. And of course there'll be some other pages too. So, oh, no, that. All right, so the person who creates these might not actually make journals themselves. The fact that they put this on the back side and have plain on this side, which is the side you open up. Of course, I could do it like this, and then, I mean, it'll still be on that side, but at least towards the front of the thing. That's something that I do kind of pay attention to. All right, let's do it this way and then find. Okay, but this one has, man, he's not done in the middle yet. The whole point was to see how this looks with all the decorated. There we go. So here's like an example of what we're doing here. So we have a little decoration here, maybe a book page here. This is white. And we got our digital here, book page. Probably put a piece of tea-dye paper in there. We got our digital, little decorating, more book page. Of course, those two book pages won't go in the same book, and stuff like that. So yeah, that gives you an idea of if you do your stenciled and stamped pages within the book, how it will look with all the other pages, and how it kind of gives it a little something extra. So I'm going to keep working on that today so I can move to the next step. And I'm not sure what the next video will be. Maybe I'll do something. I know I should wait until the book is together before I start making stuff for it, but that's not how my brain works. Sometimes I have to do whatever it is that that my brain is saying. Like, before this rips anymore, I'm probably going to go ahead and turn him into a tag, because this is very brittle paper. It came from England, and I don't want to lose it. So, but this I might use on something else, and then he might be like a journal card. Like, I don't know. We'll see. You'll see it in a video after I am done. All right, y'all have a delightful day. Love you guys.